Why is it, do you think, that any time I post a comment on one of Thunderfoot's videos, I immediately, within 10 minutes, seriously no joke, get a reply from a rabid, foaming at the mouth fan of his who does his best to refute my claims? I find this especially puzzling as despite the fact that I do have numerous differences of opinion with Thunderfoot, not once have I put any of them down as a comment. In fact, each of my comments was either a compliment or a question. Nevertheless, I get argued with, often against points I don't even hold. One woman rather aggressively asked me why I believe in a god with no evidence. This was odd to me, as the last time I believed in any god at all was back in middle school. I've actually found myself in a YouTube comment fight with someone who literally used the exact point I had made against me, as if it was somehow going to prove that very same point wrong. I think it's because some of the more vocal of his fans really get too excited. And it's not to say anything about his fans in general. I like many of his videos and have been a subscriber since I stumbled upon Why People Laugh at Creationists, at least a couple years ago. As such, I consider myself a fan of his. But in his more recent videos, those where he addresses feminism specifically, I've been finding more and more points that I disagree with. I sometimes think that he, much like his more comment-happy fans, gets too excited at a particular point he can make. In this frenzied state, he misses the point of a certain clip or statement. Also, he gets some of the more nerdy culture things wrong. For example, predators of the Schwarzenegger fame are not insectoid creatures. And then comes my real problem with his line of thinking. He equates not allowing comments or ratings on videos to not being able to enjoy some parts of something while finding issue with other parts. I know this whole no comments thing seems to be a pet peeve of his, and while I used to eat that shit up, now I just find it ridiculous and annoying. As evidenced by his continuing rebuttal of Miss Sarkeesian's videos, you can still find issue with her videos without being able to rate or comment on them. And as evidenced by the 44,000 views on the same day, which also happened to be a holiday for the reference, as the video was released, you'll still get your opinion out there. To be fair, Anita's videos have drawn a lot of ire from the male-dominated and internet-savvy gaming culture. And if you've played online, you know that trolling is a very real and disappointingly common thing. If you've been on YouTube, you know that. I'm not surprised that she doesn't allow comments or ratings. To be honest, I don't even blame her. Of course, in her shoes, I might reconsider how I'm going about things if I found this step necessary. But she did get a fuck ton of money. I guess her path is kinda set for her at this point. My problem here is that just because somebody's not as thick-skinned as you doesn't necessarily mean that they're a hypocrite. And although it doesn't absolve them of being one, it really shouldn't be used as a point against them. All that being said, I agree that Anita is woefully unaware of what she is speaking about. That or she is engaging in a high school level lens project, where you look at a topic with the goal of disrupting it, or disputing it, I should say, from a certain point of view. She's at about $30,000 a video, Mr. Foot says. I guess it wouldn't be very safe for me to insinuate some sort of prostitution there.